Jai Hind everyone. So my topic for lecture 8 is ASPA, that stands for Armed Forces Special Powers Act. So let us understand about ASPA in detail. ASPA, or the Armed Forces Special Powers Act in India, is a law that grants or gives special powers to the military or armed forces in the areas that are considered to be troubled or unsafe. This law has always been controversial and it is often discussed in terms of human rights. Now, moving forward towards the historical background of this law. This law was first introduced in 1958 to help deal with the problems of the northeastern states of India, such as Nagaland, where there were issues with insurgency. But the question arises that why does this law exist? What is the main purpose to introduce this law? The main goal and objective of this law is to allow the armed forces to take actions in the areas where there is violence or there is unrest, so that making it easier for them to maintain peace. Now, talking about the key features of this law. The first key feature is the disturbed areas. The government can declare certain areas as disturbed, meaning that they can lack or they are facing serious maintaining law and order issues. Second is the power given to the soldiers, because soldiers can use their power or forces if they think that it is necessary to take control of the situation. Soldiers can also arrest any person without a warrant. A warrant is a legal document that is required to arrest anyone. Soldiers can also search houses without needing a permission. They can also prohibit the gathering of around two or four peoples in order to maintain the peace and also prevent the riots or protest. Now, talking about the third key feature of this law, which is the legal protection. As soldiers are given legal protection under this law, which means that they cannot be easily prosecuted or unless the government allows it. Now, talking about the controversies and concerns, because this law has always been controversial, so there are many controversies and concerns regarding this law. The first controversy is the human rights, because many people believe that this law leads to the violation of human rights. There are reports that innocent peoples were harmed, tortured, and wrongfully detained due to the power given to the soldiers. Second is the legal protection, since soldiers are given legal protection under this law, so they cannot face any consequences for their actions. But still, there are various supports, because many people argue that ASPA is necessary for maintaining safety. It's necessary for keeping peace. They believe that ASPA is helping the armed forces and military forces to fight against terrorism and insurgencies effectively. They also believe that with the help or without such powers given to the soldiers, it would be very harder to maintain peace and security in the area. In conclusion, I would like to say that ASPA is a very complex law that aims at maintaining peace and securities in the areas that are affected with violence. And also, it has raised many moral questions and questions regarding concerns regarding the human rights and the potential about the misuse of the powers which can be done by soldiers. But it is only believed by the people by finding a balance between the protecting individuals' right and also maintaining safety. We can find a balance and also we can maintain and build trust of the communities on the people and the armed forces along with the government. Thank you. Jai Hind.